Here I am, Leon C, aka Morpheus. You are now listening to the Academy of Wow Men. And here today, I have a very special audio for you that's very interesting. This is not going to be comfortable for a lot of you, so go ahead and put your thinking cap on and put your emotions aside. It's going to be very short and sweet, but I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed because I don't like to be right. I like to be wrong because I'm a big thinker. I think there was a movie, I think it was called The Door to the Galaxy or something like that. And I don't know how to say her name. I think it's Zoe Deschanel, the female actress. Very beautiful at the time. But in the movie, there is a robot, and his name was Marvin. And Marvin had a really big head. You know, Marvin the robot. And Marvin was very seemingly miserable because he knew a lot of stuff and nobody wanted to listen to him. He was miserable. Sometimes you can know so much that you become miserable. Not that you're bitter, you're mad at the world. No, you're miserable because you have a burden on your shoulders called knowledge. You understand? And I used to be that kind of guy. If you notice, when I'm having a conversation, I'm talking to you, I'm not really miserable. I'm not really sad. I have a good time, and I got 3 beautiful companions. So imagine that. They wouldn't want to be with the guy who just can't be happy. Then I'll make them unhappy, and that's not going to be a proper union. However, I knew some things ahead of time. Therefore, I warned you ahead of time. I'm going to go ahead and say to date, because this is probably vital. I'm making this audio today on, let's see here, I'm looking at the date, February the 24th, Thursday of 2022. That's 2 years away from this book that I've written for you. It's called 2020 2020s, which is actually the proper title, but it's 2020. Of course, meaning hindsight, vision, and awareness. Not just the year. It's both the year and being able to see things. The book is called 2020 America Rise or Fall Hard, right? I wonder, what's happening to you today? What's going on in your world today? How's it going? Habaragini. Huh? Mushi mushi. Hola. How's it going for you today? I think y'all doing quite well, huh? Konnichiwa. Huh? I've warned you a long time ago. I gave you a book, and I did my best to write everything in it possible to let you know that you are a vulnerable rat. Nobody's going to try to lift you up or help you if they really don't care about you. And I haven't asked for much. The only thing I asked was to purchase the book, read it, so you can live and be happy. That's all I asked for you to do. I didn't ask for anything else. And now, here you are with high gas prices, attacks coming from all directions. And of course, this date and time is when you can say that Russia did a very bad thing, which caused a ripple, you can say, in the society. You've been warned already. You've been warned already. But y'all don't listen. See, let me go ahead and explain something to you about life. about the westernized world. Why I always say, I can't find no other word to say, so it seems kind of harsh, but why you are stupid. Okay? There's no other word I can find. I apologize if it hurt your feelings, but I really don't care about your feelings. I care about facts over here, and stupid is stupid. I warned you how battle worked. How I know this is because I did a lot of studying. Do you understand? I put myself through training. I've been in the thicket of many situations. I know how it operates. I play chess, and very good at chess. I can't say I'm a master at it, but I'm good enough to compete with the champions. Do you understand? No, let me take that back. No, you don't understand. Most of you don't. Apparently you don't. You don't. I've told you a long time ago, with your cush, soft ass lifestyle, it's going to get you in trouble. Because you're distracted with your dumb phone that you have nerve enough to call a smartphone. No, it's dumb because it's in the hands of a dumb person who think they're smart. Because all they can do is depend on this little bitty computer chip. I told you, when you put all your life online and on the computer, you will lack the understanding or the comprehension of compounding yourself with empathy, apprehension, and an adjustable adhesive that will help you to conform to real face-to-face organic people. But no. Y'all so smart, you even give kids these tablets and dumb phones and distract them with Nickelodeons and the Disney World on TV. Instead of going to get read a book, a physical book that they can hold. Instead of going to the library, instead of going outside chopping trees and knowing how to till the grass and to make their own vegetables and to understand agriculture and to be leaders, you just go ahead and send them to the public school so they can remain puppets and slaves like you once was, or like you are today. And now all of a sudden you want to complain about the way the world is operating because now these wars are popping up all over the place. Well, why would it not? Why would it not? And it's been in preparation for years. For years it's been in preparation, as if you can deal with you can say the bloodshed that have happened in the past, and everybody's just going to forget about it because everybody has a certain amount of arms and military might. There's an expression that I have learned to accept L's with, meaning I've learned to lose as the type of man that I am. As far as dating, now, this is an example. Just because you won't do it doesn't mean nobody else will. Just because you as a country won't do a thing, that doesn't mean other countries won't do it. Just because your president won't do a thing, that don't mean other presidents will not. Just because you don't accept something, that don't mean the next person will not. The example, I don't go to strip clubs. Never did, not interested. I'm not going to pay women to debase themselves. But you have too many and here's the thing. I'm only one person, but you have too many blue pill betas and those who make excuses and say, well, this is for social networking and, that's her job to do and she should do that. That's her job to do. See, let me show you something that the dumbass don't understand, that these women, they can be at home helping to build a strong family just in case there is an invasion. Just in case you need to repopulate the earth with decent human beings, not the moron human beings that y'all have created from your moron genes. I'm talking about decent human beings that's going to be productive in a society, who's going to make a strong state. But yet, you know what these morons will do? Well, I'm going to go ahead and throw some dollars at her, so therefore, when she's 35 and 40, she could be despicable in the eyes of high-value men, or just men who want to get married to a decent woman. Because a lot of them at a certain time is just like trying to buy a car that has 200,000 miles on it for full price, meaning like when it was brand new. Most people are going to wake up and they're not going to be that stupid. They're going to say, no, I rather, with this type of money, I can buy a brand new car with low mileage. Our batteries that hasn't been used like that, brand new battery. You know what happens when you buy a used battery? It doesn't last that long. No matter how many times you recharge it, it's old. But I understand you have some people who are very special and they are in special ed classrooms. They're called sloth individuals. I get it. They're slow to understand. They got to understand the hard way. When they go outside and try to turn their vehicle on, all you hear is a click and there's no lights. Now you stuck and you got to lose a couple of days of work because you was a natural moron, which includes your relationship or in your marriage. It won't go nowhere. Now you need a psychologist or a therapist or a marriage counselor, which is going to be too late. That person's called the mechanic. They have to stop by or some AAA to try to change your battery that you should have thought ahead of time. With that type of money, you should have brought you brand new batteries. So therefore, even if I won't support women in their bad behavior, other people will and continue to buy these bad batteries. Or you can say lifeless batteries. It's not going to last that long. That's just like going to the store. I won't go to the store and take anything. I'm going to pay for what I want. I'm going to do what needs to be done in good faith. There's no need to have a camera on me because I know that I'm responsible. I'm not going to go in the store and take something that don't belong to me. Most times it's usually like that for myself. I don't need a security guard watching over me or looking at the camera and officer outside. No, there's no need because I'm going to go in there. I got money in my pocket. I'm going to buy this item. I'm going to walk out and you're going to see the receipt. I purchased this in good faith. I did a decent and fair trade. You want my money? I want your product. But here again, just because I won't do it, that don't mean someone else won't. If you notice, there is, notice some people, they'll get in line when there's a security officer watching or there's cameras. Or maybe a police officer sitting on the side of the road, or maybe outside in the parking lot. Wherever it is, if there's a big brother who's watching, you'll see the majority of people getting in line because they don't want to get in trouble. But once the camera is off, once the security is gone home, once everything is you could say exclusive, these people have no morals. They have no virtue, no integrity. They'll do whatever they can get away with. You can say, well, that's human nature. No, it really isn't human nature. It's for the ratchet, low-life human beings that are in the bundles. Because that's not nature. They do wrong because they want to do wrong. You have a choice. Either you can do the right thing or you can do the wrong thing in a certain situation, depending on what right and wrong means according to the situation. So there's a lot of people who don't have any integrity. So if there's no camera, if no security, if nobody's watching them and they can put something in their pocket, they will, because they don't have any integrity. That's not the nature of all human beings. It's just the nature of that particular person. So once again, just because I will buy the product, I will pay for the car, I will do what is necessarily needed or in good faith of the business or the building, that don't mean the next person will not do that. So you got in America who's living this lifestyle where you think, well, we're not going to do it, so there's no way that, yeah, no, we don't like marriage. We don't like family. We want to separate each other. We want to stay destroyed and separated. You understand? Divide and separate. It's called divide and conquer. A very simple thing that most people understood years ago. Divide and conquer. If you divide them, you can conquer them. If you divide the flock of animals, you can conquer them. Lions, other predators, and bears and whatever else, they will attack an animal which have fallen away from the pack, because now they don't have to deal with the rest of the pack. That's been played on y'all for years. That's why they came up with this black and white stuff. Oh my God. they're racist, so I don't like white people because they're racist. I don't like black people because they're racist, because they're hateful and they still got anger and this and that, and the Mexicans are taking all the jobs and the Asians are doing this and blah, 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 blah. Sound like a bunch of damn birds. Rawr, 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 rawr. A sick bird at that. How about this? How about a sick eagle? Oh, y'all don't like that. A sick eagle. That's what you sound like. A sick. Don't even know how to go down and hunt your food anymore. That sick. Weak Tylons. Why? Because you allow this propaganda to call divide and separate. And guess what you do? You go along with the program by watching television all the damn time, watching social media all the damn time. That's why you're not watching my channel, you're listening. I'm not here to distract you. I'm here to teach you. I'm here to give you the drugs of reality and information straight to your veins, where you can use your own imagination. I'm not going to sit up here and try to entertain you like I'm going to be the Disney Channel. You just watching me be theatrical and throwing screens up. I have nothing against others who do that. That's what they're here for. They can do the entertainment. They have their podcast that's there to, you watch it like you do television. But I understand that when I'm talking, sometimes it's going to be 30 minutes or maybe even an hour, 50 minutes. That'll take a lot of your time. I'd rather for you to listen to me and be active in your world so you can stay attentive while you are outside taking care of your farm, while you're washing your clothes, while you're taking care of your kids, when you're driving, wherever that you're doing. I can be there and actually give you sheer knowledge and information straight to your veins, and not try to distract you from driving. You can just hear me on the radio and drive. I'm not going to say, hey, look over here. Look at this. Look at this graph. Look at my hand. Look at this. Hey, girls, go ahead and show them this. I'm not going to do that, because it's going to take you away from, it's going to take your eyes away from what you're doing, and you got to focus on a little bitty dumb screen that y'all have, that y'all look into all the time. It's a disease. So therefore, I practice what I preach. But the point of the matter is, y'all generally love to be entertained and distracted. While you are entertained and distracted, the enemy is going to come in, and they do anyway, and they change your world. They switch your perspectives and they mutate you. One poison pill at a time, because you don't understand how war works. You don't understand how the world works. The smartest people on the planet are usually the most dumbest people on the planet, as far as what I've seen. Because you know who you put in the front, who you think is smart? You put the DRs, MDs, PhDs, so-called psychologists, and all these funny-looking, big nose, buck-eyed, retard people up there in the front because they have a title or a certificate. And then you say, America's great. America, America, the land of the free. Yeah, we can be free, but we can be free idiots as well. The geniuses are the ones who aren't up there on the screen. The geniuses are the ones you don't know about that's out here doing real work. The geniuses are the ones that you aren't paying attention to. Because guess what? You don't care. And now here you are. Why did I give you this date? Let me take a sip on this, because this is going to be interesting. By the way, I'm not drinking, y'all, nasty high fructose corn syrup garbage. I'm drinking protein. Okay? Mind you, if you're wondering. And I don't drink alcohol. Two years is a long time. It's a long time. Now, you can blame me all you want to, but social media works by viewership and likes. That's how it works. And subscribers. Of course, you can subscribe, but usually you got to push it into the algorithm. Okay? Now, I don't care what you do. Just know somebody tried to help you. All right? It's almost like this movie where this guy he had to put himself in a time capsule, but he left behind information to help that society during that time and warned them about what was going to happen, the impending danger, before he went into the time capsule. And when they woke him up several years later, all the catastrophe that he tried to warn them about actually happened. And when they tried to interview the guy, and he didn't want to come back to that world, he wanted to come back to a better world that he had tried to help them build, right? The first thing he said was, I tried to warn y'all. Y'all are just too stupid. He tried to warn y'all. It's right there. You don't read? You can't read? You don't understand what a manual is? You know, a warning manual where it says, well, this could possibly happen if you overstretch this here, if you put the wrong fuse in this area here. This is gonna, y'all don't read. You don't read. You always think that, well, it'll never happen to us. It'll never happen to me. Catastrophe would never befall us. But yet, look at your world today. Look at your state today. It's almost like you completely unrest. There's nothing but stress all day. It's nothing but evil everywhere. Nobody trusts each other. Nobody wants to come around. Nobody wants to help each other out. Everybody's selfish. Everybody is all for themselves. You're living in a separatist sort of society now. Everybody's, well, it's my family and my kingdom and my island. It's not me. It's not my problem. But yet everybody's suffering because you are all swimming, or you could say cruising, on the same cruise ship. Don't you realize on a cruise ship there's every quarter on there? You got the balcony, you got the private bedrooms, you might have the penthouse in a certain area, you got the ballroom, you have everything on this cruise ship. Everybody can lock their door in their separate rooms or cabins, but they're all still on this cruise ship. But y'all think like that because that's how far your intelligence goes. You don't realize we are in this together. You don't realize we are all floating on this cruise ship, and when it sinks, everybody's going to sink. Why do you think I called the book 2020 America Rise or Fall Hard? When you fall hard, you're going to fall on your face, and there's no getting up from there. And you're not getting up from there. You know how I can give you the evidence if you're not getting up from there? Because y'all not doing anything to change your perspectives and the way you treat each other. So therefore, you are immoral from the inside out. No matter how much money you got, you can walk down the street all you want to with a golden suit or dress on, with the most expensive attire, technology, and devices up to the wazoo, but you can be rotten on the inside. Like a broken automaton with rotted wood being eaten away by maggots. It's all somebody can do is walk up to you and give you a good shove or a punch, and then you're just shattered to pieces. These things have been said. And you know what? I'm going to be like a big brother, or sometimes a father can do this too. When you fall, I'm going to say that's what the hell you get. You deserve it. You did it. I told you it was icy outside, and you slipped and you fell and you got a boo-boo. Oh, too bad. Maybe you won't do it again. No, you will. Because a moron will always be a moron. This is simply it. If you don't learn from your mistakes, you're going to make the same mistake again. And I'll be out there taking pictures and photographs and laughing at you and put it in the history books and say, look at this dummy. Some of you are not understanding what I'm saying. She's like, what is this argument? What is he talking about? What is Morpheus trying to explain to us? I wrote a book called 2020 America Rise or Fall Hard, but in that book, yes, it pertains to every westernized country, but generally America has no excuse because of its history not to be greater than what it is today. So what I was doing was telling you what is breaking your infrastructure down from the inside out. The rotted wood. But barely anybody tried to give it a look about. Barely anybody read it up to this point. And most of the things I talk about on my channel, which is our channel, you don't try to listen to, and you don't try to promote it. It's not for me, it's for you. So when y'all don't take it, you endure what you're enduring today, because Your power is within. It's not outside of you. It's inside you. Have you ever heard that before? Have anybody told you, especially for you Christians and Catholic, have anybody ever told you that God is inside you? Have you ever heard that before? Oh, we're sons of God. We're sons of gesture. You know, we're a powerful people. We're stronger than what we thought we was. You know, that expression, that understanding that it's from the inside of you. That's the same as what this information I've been giving to you is. It's the inside power that can help you from outside forces. But because you don't care, just like you don't do with the nasty food that you eat, your hot dogs, your pork, your heavy meat laced with all kind of MSGs and your genetically modified everything, you don't quite understand. The argument is it's evidence more than anything else to let you know that we're not going back to a good time, because you don't want a good time. You love the way that the world is today. You want to go downhill in destruction. You want this stuff. Just because you as a country won't do evil, that don't mean other countries won't do it. That's why I gave you the date. What's going on this day? Do your research. What happened on this day and yesterday? That's going to happen because you're prepared for nothing. The reprimand is that we don't take the precautions and we don't try to uplift from within. That's the reprimand. The results is what you see on this day and yesterday of the monster moving in on other territories. I'm just saying the monster based on as a whole, not one particular person. It takes a unit to move something forward, and agreeing with an individual to move a force in. But you know what? That may not be the first and it may not be the last, because it's going to get worse, because the world knows, and I wrote it in my book, the other kingdoms, the other countries, they're laughing at America and calling you a damn clown, and they have every reason to do so. They're laughing at you. They're watching what's going on over here on this soil. And they see the elections and the presidential debates and conversations and how you treat your technology, your ideals, and the way that you live. They've been watching you for a long time. Look at that idiot over there. They used to be stronger than that. Now, their own women are divorcing at 80% of the time. Amazing. They're smart people. Their birth rate is declining. Wow. Nobody wants to be married. I wonder why. This is amazing. And why you over on American soil dealing with all the nonsense that America likes to produce instead of anything that makes sense, and declining your population, declining your chances of marriage, declining your chances of proper relationships between normal, common people, declining your chances of trust and bonding and uniting as a moralistic front. Other countries are actually doing the opposite. They are coming together. They are moralistically building their morale, their virtue and value and family and producing and having kids. What do you think is going to happen over time? Are you just too stupid to do the numbers? Or let me take that back. Lazy ass in a plushed first world country. I've seen plenty of first in my lifetime become last eventually, based on egotistical behavior and dumb bravado. I'm gonna get off this audio and I'm just gonna put it like this. I don't like to be right, but when I am, it's a very bad situation for the world. It's bad. And I like to be wrong. That's why I said in most of my channels and in my conversation and book, I said, I expect for this to be wrong. When I say expect, I mean hope. I don't use the word hope. I say expect. Because I'm a professor here and I teach you how to talk like an adult, not like a damn child, like you're sitting in church being brainwashed. The word is expect. Did you hear what I said? Not hope. Hope your ass somewhere else. Or you can say hop. I expect for myself to be wrong because I trusted in people or humanity. But I cannot any longer, because you keep proving me right every time. We've had 2 years. 2 years my book have been on the market, for 2 years. And guess what? Y'all didn't even get the memo. 2 damn years. What a damn shame. That proves as well you don't read. It's been on Amazon. It's there in Barnes and Nobles with all the rest of the books, but you rather watch other entertaining articles that's not going to even prepare you for the damaging future that you are encountering today. America used to never be like that. Y'all were stronger than this. We raised smart people and families. So I'm put it like this. I was right. I was right. Let this day and yesterday be evidence for you. And the broken family, evidence for you. 80% divorce rate, evidence for you. And you hear it in the speeches yourself from other countries talking about, well, we've been watching America and they do a good job talking bad about the president and yada, yada, yada. I've had a discussion about that in my book as well, somewhere around there. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But I told you, if y'all keep playing around like that with your presidential systems and downtrodden yourselves and make yourself look like a bunch of buffoon clowns, you're going to trip up. You're going to make it bad for the rest of the country. And guess what? It's happening now. Amazing. Damn, I was right. Goodness gracious. I guess I wasn't so crazy after all. Amazing. And guess what? I told you about the woman's body, which I'm not going to get into because that's going to spoil what's in the book. Everything that listen, I'll put it like this. Everything just about that the modern woman is going through in her body, when it comes to the birth rate, her habitat, and how she's able to adjust. Okay, that's been spoken about too, and y'all dealing with it and still running around like a bunch of chickens with their head cut off like, I don't know, this was going to happen. I didn't know how it's going to happen. All this technology and not one piece is helping you think or open up your eyes, unless they actually put that computer chip in your forehead. Oh, I forgot. Wait a minute. I'm stupid. It's already in your food. It's called genetically modified organisms. Oh, well, forgive me. I forgot. Y'all too smart for that. That's what you need: a smartphone, a smart water, smart watch, smart television, smart vacuum cleaner, and a smart child for. Oh, forgive me. I'm stupid. Forgive me. I wasted my time. I'm gonna get off this bead and bid you adieu. Okay? It's gonna be a short conversation, and we're gonna end it right here because I got more to give you. And just know for a note. Just know for the note. Enjoy the apocalypse. Enjoy it.